wide open. I left the doubt by the door, or didn't need it anymore. Pulled on my shoes, hit the pavement, heart in my chest, I could feel it saying, girl, don't wait for a sign. You got this life, it's mine, it's mine. So I'm running toward the spark, even if it starts small. One brave step, then I give it all. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away. I called my friends from the corner store, said, come on down, there's room for more. We danced in the kitchen light, laughing loud on a Friday night. And if the road gets a little wild, I keep that grin, keep that inner child. I know my name, I know my song, I've been growing all alone. So I'm running toward the spark, even if it starts small. One brave step, then I give it all. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away. If you fall, get up singing. If you doubt, keep on dreaming. The best part's still ahead, right where your heart's at. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away.
There we go. We're back. Hi, everyone. Sorry, my computer crashed. My camera died. All the stuff. I'm back. Hopefully, it stays okay. And I just got noise going on here. I got the air conditioner going. My dryer is singing songs. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you guys. Welcome back. So we're going to just dive into some stuff about Jack and Lily today. I wasn't planning on doing this at all, but it's tweaked my interest. And please, I'm just going to flat out say, please don't come at me. For some reason, I got so much hate covering this case. I got email after email after email about this psychic did this psychic did that, and you're stepping on their toes, and I don't know who's done what. I don't watch psychics stuff, period. I have no idea who you're talking about or what they've done. This is me, my channel. I doing my thing, okay? Please don't jump on me. If you do, I'll just block you and have a nice life. Okay, so let's get started here. I want to look at some news stuff first, kind of to get like a bit of a rehashing of stuff. Okay, so let's watch this first. I never really did this case. I did like one reading and that was it.
Was this some of the stuff that you guys had been like watching when you got it, or?
We didn't get to this stuff because it just became too overwhelming, but
Okay.
this was some of Jack and Lily's belongings from Lansdowne.
Blankets, once cherished by 6-year-old Lilly and 5-year-old Jack Sullivan, now reminders.
It was one of her favorite blankets.
Okay, yeah, it's got the cherries on it.
Yeah. Every blanket she had was her favorite, especially if it was pink.
Cheryl Robinson and Angeline Maloney Arsenault are both close with the children's mother. They've spent the last 9 months doing their best to offer support since Jack and Lilly disappeared, a mystery that remains unsolved despite months of searches.
Happy kids.
I am going to say this before we proceed. The mother, I don't get anything from her. I don't get her doing this. I don't see it in my readings. Deep down in her heart, I imagine she probably suspects some stuff, but I don't think she knows. I believe I know what's happened here, and we all know. Just figure out what I'm saying.
Very happy kids. Always excited. They love their mom. They love their grandmother, and they loved each other. They fought, but they loved each other.
What was Lilly like?
Very girly. She got excited easily. Loved her dolls. She was just very outgoing and cutest little thing.
Could she know the whereabouts of the mine? I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know anything about her. If she is from there and grew up there, she might. If she's knows the area, I just see young boys running through the woods like they do, right? I see 2 brothers running through the woods. Do I have to say any more? So I don't know. If she grew up there, then yeah, she might. If she didn't, then she probably wouldn't. I'm seeing literally like a hidden place that only these brothers know about. And that's that. Like Savvy and I grew up together. We've got places down in the forest, down in Vancouver, that only him and I know about. So that's what I'm getting. Hope that makes sense. Hi, Vexing. Hi, hon. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, let's keep going.
Jack loves his dinosaurs. Loved to play with his toys. Jack was more quieter. He was on the quieter side.
The story of Jack and Lilly Sullivan has captured international attention and continues to gain traction online, with true crime channels trying to make sense of the case. It all started on May 2nd, when both kids seemingly vanished. At their home in Lansdowne, Nova Scotia, early that morning,
Wow. Every time I see their house, all I can say is wow. Drugs. Drugs. Drugs, 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 drugs. Again, drugs. Common denominator.
the children's mother, stepfather, and his mom all say they heard the kids playing as they dipped in and out of sleep. When they awoke to silence, they all ran outside, and at 10 o'clock, their mother called 911.
The 6-year-old is the girl, I believe, and she's wearing pink. The 4-year-old is wearing some blue dinosaur boots. So, yeah, I think that's all we kind of have right now.
I just happened to scroll Facebook and I saw the post from the RCMP that Lily and Jack were missing.
Maybe.
And we decided we
Maybe.
would go over and help look for them.
My coworker at lunchtime,
And that's a maybe, Donna, but if I'm going to read it like right on the spot, I'm actually getting no. No. flat out, I just keep getting siblings. 2 men, siblings. Also, there might be an uncle. An uncle, possibly. I'm getting drugs. I'm getting abuse. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's nothing else to drugs and abuse by men that were around them. Reminds me of Summer Wells, very much so. Yeah. Well, it's a good question, Donna. Hi, Queenie. Hi, hun. Okay, so let's keep watching.
Brought it up, and she started reading like the whole thing out loud. And when she said the 2 names, I was like, hold on, like, wait a minute. And I just grabbed my phone and called Malaya, and I was like, are your kids missing? And she said yes, and she was very upset.
How would you describe the scene that day?
Chaotic. It was very chaotic. It was very stressful.
RCMP teams and hundreds of search and rescue volunteers descended on the property, presuming that Jack and Lilly wandered into the nearby woods. But Robinson says right away things didn't.
I'm also immediately flat out getting the timeline. The timeline's wrong. The timeline's wrong. At least, yeah, timeline's wrong. I see the 2 brothers in the middle of the night doing this, like in the middle of the night. And I'm getting that the mother was possibly passed out, intoxicated at the time, so she wouldn't have even noticed. God. Ugh. Abuse behavior got out of control. Fits of rage. I see fits of rage, plus drugs, intoxicated, high, wasted, fits of rage, taking it out on the kids, and flat out 2 men. I see the 2 men in their trailer, like that night. Hi. You know, brothers hang out together and they watch TV and do gaming or whatever they do. I see 2 brothers together, intoxicated. And then something happened. I see them doing this in the middle of the night. Hiding, panic, hiding in the middle of the night. And then I'm flat out getting, let's take them to the spot. Like, they have this place. Only the 2 of them know about, and yeah. Yeah, very well could have, Donna. Yeah. I'm getting like heavy drugs too. Heavy drugs. Like the drugs that would make you go sleep a lot. Heavy drugs. So yeah. That's what I'm getting on it as a reading right now. I literally see 2 men sitting in their trailer. I see where the evening before it started out, where just like the 2 guys are just hanging out together, doing brother stuff, and getting more and more intoxicated as the night goes on. Yep, that's what I get. And there is a possibility that an uncle, I don't know who this is, knows, at least knows. And is like keeping his mouth shut for them, basically. Is it their dad? No, I'm getting an uncle. It's got to be an uncle. Older uncle. Not very pleasant.
Feel right.
We had asked for an Amber Alert a few hours after the kids had went missing, and
Did the kids wake up? I'm kidding. I'm getting the kids never went to bed. The kids were up. They never went to bed. And the siblings' party time got out of control, and anger, and yeah, that's flat out what I'm saying. It got out of control. Wow.
we were told that it didn't meet the criteria because apparently you have to have like a suspect or reason to believe that they could have been abducted. So that was pretty disappointing.
Ground search and rescue people.
Staff Sergeant Rob McCammon is with the Nova Scotia RCMP Major Crime Unit.
And I'm going to just do a reading on the RCMP on this. This is my reading, okay? I'm getting, they know. The RCMP knows. They know. They're just holding on to their basket of evidence for the right time. They know they're waiting on something. Justice will come. I see our version, the Canadian version of the FBI, working this. So yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Flat out, they know. The RCMP, they know.
We didn't have the necessary pre-qualifiers to issue an Amber Alert. However, we did issue vulnerable persons alerts related to the disappearance of Jack and Lilly.
What a
With little
shithole. Like, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just being realistic here. Look at this place. This is neglect. Neglect right there on the screen. There's no other explanation.
Information from police, rumors have been swirling about potential suspects and whether their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, or their stepfather, Daniel Martel, had anything to do with it. Both deny knowing what happened.
I wouldn't say anybody's a suspect. Again, we continue to gather information and whatever evidence that we are able to find, and we'll make our decisions based on that. But we are not in a position to really comment on suspects or anything like that at this time.
RCMP
He's
did
being-
charge
he's being
Martel on
kind.
January 29th
Yeah.
with assault, sexual assault, and forcible confinement related to an adult complainant. He did not respond to our request.
There you go. That explains it. Hello. If he could do that to an adult, can you imagine children? Done. Can you imagine? Yeah. So, yeah, I totally am reading. RCMP is on it. They know what they're doing. They've got stuff. They're holding it close to their chest. Tick tock, tick tock. Time's ticking. And these additional cases about Daniel They're trying to like wrap it all up into one. He should know he's like done, right? He should know he's done for he's done. He's gonna be in prison for a long time.
For comment on the charges. But in early January, he sat down for an interview. At the time, Martel said he believed the RCMP did not consider him a suspect in the children's disappearance, pointing to the results of a polygraph test he took last spring.
All the questions were on death, right? So they concluded that by the end of it, I was truthful with all my questions or all my answers. So I didn't have anything to do with the murder of Lily and Jack. And there was no questions on the disappearance or abduction or kidnapping or anything of that nature.
And so you mentioned that in the polygraph, they didn't ask you.
There was no questions about what?
I didn't have anything to do with the murder of Lily and Jack. And there was no questions on the disappearance or abduction or kidnapping or anything of that nature.
And so you mentioned that in the polygraph, they didn't ask you about the disappearance and whether you had anything to do with it. But I'm going to ask, did you have anything to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily?
No.
Did you kill them?
No.
For a year and a half, Martel and Brooks Murray lived together in this home with Jack, Lily, and their baby daughter. According to court documents, in the weeks before the children were reported missing, the couple had been fighting about money.
I don't really want to talk on that because I don't really want to talk on too
Ozzy's
much
screaming today.
Maria.
Sorry if he's too loud. Ozzy's screaming today. Sorry if he's too loud. He's trying to get Sammy's attention. Yeah, doesn't make sense, eh? I can read right through this guy. I can see right through this guy.
It's best that we don't.
Cheryl Robinson says the day the children went missing was the first time she saw where Brooks Murray and the children had been living. She was shocked.
Just the condition of the house. I mean, I know that not everybody has a fancy house, not everybody is rich, but there's things that you can do to improve your
Keep it clean.
living conditions.
Clean
A lot of the
would be a good
speculation
thing.
has been, why did Malaya and her family leave and not come back? Anything you'd like to say?
Again, it's common sense that explains everything. If you have children and you love the children and you care for the children, you're going to keep their environment clean because you want them to have a nice, clean. Yeah. Common sense.
About why that decision was made?
I know that her behavior to a lot of people may seem odd, may seem different, and it may not be what a lot of people would do if their two kids were missing. But until you're in that situation, you really don't know how you would act.
For Martel, the online speculation has focused on his drug use. He admits he used meth and cocaine in the past, but says not now.
In terms of the drug use, what would you like to share, just to clear the air?
I did not have any drugs. People thought I was doing drugs during the search. Absolutely not. I don't owe any drug dealers money. I don't owe anyone drugs. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't manufacture drugs.
8.5 square kilometers of dense, rugged terrain has been thoroughly searched with little evidence. The RCMP says it doesn't have reasonable grounds to believe it's criminal.
Sorry.
The case remains an active investigation under the Missing Persons Act.
At this point,
See the area they were just in. It looks just like this. It's overgrown, but there's a mine shaft underneath. And his Mother Nature is like taking it back and it's not visible. That's what I'm seeing. And that these two boys knew exactly where to go, where to take him.
Under the Missing Persons Act.
At this point, do you think those children are still in the woods?
I think the chances are low. However, there's always that possibility that they may be in an area that just we haven't been able to find them. It does happen.
For me, it's just the fact that they're not treating it as a criminal investigation. I think that if they did, maybe they would make a lot more headway and in like a faster time period.
Maloney Arsenault has taken the role of online detective in the group, constantly chasing new details and theories.
Kind of like a second job, maybe, in a way.
Why do you do it?
To try to find them and see if we can bring them home.
Good for her. That's amazing. Good for her for taking the lead. Good for her.
It's just hard.
Everyone close to the case has the same goal: to find Lilly and Jack.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not going to be a cold case. This is a case that needs to be solved. So we will pursue every avenue available to us to ascertain what happened with Jack and Lilly.
Wow. Okay. His pants are on fire. Yeah. Oh, Krista, big hugs, babe. I know. I understand, hon. Big hugs to you, Krista, okay? I know. Okay. Let's watch another one. Okay, let's watch this next. I just wanted to get kind of like an update to feel it out again.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, we will start from your left to the right. We'll limit each reporter to one question, one follow-up. If there's time after that, we'll go back around for another round of questions. Thank you. Rob, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming today. As you can see by our news release, we don't have new information to put out there. Our investigators continue to actively drive this investigation forward and follow up on every tip and lead that we receive. I will answer a few of your questions. Sorry, to the left.
So we'll start on your left, and if you could just state your name and the agency where you're from, and we'll proceed that way.
Can you address the camera when you answer?
Sure, no problem.
Mark Hodgins, 95.7 News Radio. So year-long investigation now, still not much information. Do you feel there are people out there that might be able to give you information that can lead you somewhere?
Oh, absolutely. We really would like the public to consider, if they do have any information, real factual based information, to please contact us at the numbers provided. We seek anything we can find so that we can follow up and find new leads, new avenues to find information.
Jacob Moore with Acadia Broadcasting. What sort of level of new information or new discovery do you need for this to potentially move from a missing persons case to something else, potentially something criminal or suspicious?
Sure. It's hard to really put a label on what exactly we'd need, as you can imagine. But we just need facts and evidence that support criminality. And once we have that, we make all of our decisions based on the evidence that we collect. Once we have that evidence, then we'll move forward in those areas if that's appropriate.
In your news release this morning, you talked about wanting to have more fact-based tips from the public. Can you tell us?
Oh, they must have been bombarded with like,
Sure.
Again, please, I'll tell you all this in all the, please don't ever call any law enforcement agency with any sort of psychic reading I've given you. Please don't. Okay. I imagine they've been absolutely bombarded with bullshit. Please don't bother them. If I feel I'm onto something, I have ways of doing it, and let me deal with it, please.
I mean, everybody is exposed to social media throughout their daily lives, and sometimes social media can get fairly speculative and sometimes not necessarily based in truth or fact. The information we need isn't necessarily speculation or thoughts or theories. We'd like information that actually points us in a direction to try and find out things that have taken place. So I just find sometimes social media can be a little bit murky. So
He's being polite.
Can you talk to
I
us
get it.
about how
Yeah, again, I will say it 10,000 times. Do not call RCMP or law enforcement anywhere regarding psychic readings, ever. They will not listen to you, and you're wasting your time. The way I have been able to work with the RCMP is I have my ways of doing things. I go through families. I work with the families directly, and that's how we get stuff done.
come from that kind of a source, or people are
sure
relating tips that they've heard on social media, how
I can't hear
the
you.
impact that has on the investigation? Because I understand you have to chase those down.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, obviously, with this investigation.
Okay, so this is all
always gonna
about
take time.
social media shit. Okay, so we're gonna just end it at that. All right, so we have a bit of a recap of Jack and Lilly. I just wanted like a recap of stuff. I wasn't even intending on this today.
Children have named yesterday in the woods around Lansdowne Station in Pictou County. Volunteers combed the area for Lilly and Jack Sullivan almost 1 year after the siblings were first reported missing.
I look at the good doggo doing his job. You're such a good doggo.
50 people were looking for any sign of 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack. A cadaver dog was also part of the search. The Sullivan children were reported missing from their home on the morning of May 2nd. Large search took place afterward, but the 2 children have never been found. The weekend search was conducted by the Ontario-based group called Please Bring Me Home. The province of Nova Scotia is offering a reward of up to $150,000 for information about the disappearance of the Sullivan children. A search.
All right, well, there you go. That's that. Okay, so I'm going to actually change topics now. Last night I did a video regarding Emma Fillipoff. I think I'm saying right. Emma Fillipoff. It was weird. I was sitting up late last night and all of a sudden she just came to me. I was like, okay. She was just all of a sudden in my mind. I did a reading on Emma years ago. She's been missing since 2012. And I want to go over the video I did. I quickly whipped a video together last night regarding her. She's been missing from Victoria, British Columbia since 2012. Long time. It's a major missing persons case here. And for some reason, I was just picking up on her last night. I'm sitting there watching 90 Day Fiancé, and I've got her in my mind. So I want to show you the video I made last night. Okay. I think I have a location for Emma too, but I'm not nowhere near ready to say anything. I am immediately getting a location area, at least. Okay, so this is Emma. She's just such a beautiful girl.
To Emma Fillipoff. It is a question that has haunted Victoria, British Columbia for more than a decade. A 26-year-old woman vanished from the streets of downtown Victoria after being seen in obvious distress. She spoke with police that evening and then disappeared without a trace. Today, we're taking a careful look at the timeline, the unanswered questions, and the ongoing search for Emma. If you have any information, no matter how small it may seem, please contact Victoria Police or the Help Find Emma Fillipoff organization.
I feel weird sometimes. I feel like I'm being stalked. Letting go of the body for the sky. Nowhere else to go but up. Over the rainbow. Heaven on earth.
Marie Flanagan is one of Emma's closest friends. Emma is the type of person that if she was in the room, half the room would be in love with her in a minute. She has the brightest smile. She's very quiet, but is also constantly laughing. So there's something about her that draws you in. She has that spark.
Her sister Ellen Flanagan remembers the joy of simply being with Emma.
You know, it's hard to put into words, is just her like magnetic, goofy personality. And that's what drew us together.
She had a rocky set of relationships, as most teenagers will. And, you know, she was, I think it's a very unfortunate thing to be born that beautiful. I think it's a life-ruining thing for a young woman because you are pursued constantly and you don't really have a lot of room to develop your personality or your identity or your ideas. You're constantly forced into this archetype of beautiful women.
Emma said she was always
My immediate reading on this is I see she was taken by a man. It's foul play.
drawn to the water. So at age 25, she moved to Victoria, landed a job in a fish and chip shop, and lived for a while on a boat, hoping for a fresh start. Emma made friends easily.
I feel like I'm leaving her behind.
In the days before she disappeared, Shelley's daughter Emma made several calls to her mom. She was distraught and would ask her to come out to Victoria and help her move back to Ontario. But then Emma would call back and change her mind.
Shelley didn't like what she was hearing, so she booked a flight to Victoria without her daughter knowing. But she was too late. When she got to this woman's shelter where she discovered Emma had for some reason been staying, her daughter was gone. Shelley had missed her by only a few hours.
It would just be a matter of time. I'd go around a corner and I would see her.
Now she says she knows it won't be that simple. Emma's belongings were discovered in her van. She hasn't accessed her bank account. Her mother believes Emma is suffering from a serious mental health issue and may have gone into hiding. Police also believe she's still alive.
You know, we've had a little bit of a cooling off period. Maybe that she's not feeling like there's so much pressure, and we're kind of hoping that
This
we'll
is
find her
old,
now. Maybe that
old
peace will come in, or maybe she'll contact somebody in the family, and we'll be able to make sure she's safe.
But the efforts of Vic PD investigators and teams of volunteers have turned up nothing. Emma was
They've done full documentaries and stuff on her case now.
scheduled to return to work at Redfish Bluefish restaurant last Friday. Her mom hoped she'd just show up, ready to rejoin society. She did not.
Haven't lost hope. That would be absolutely not the case. It's just going to take longer than I thought, I guess.
Shelley says she will continue her search from Ottawa, where she needs to regroup and support her 3 other children.
They've been very concerned about my health, my well-being out here alone. I need to go home and I need to hug them. We need to spend some time together.
Welcome to Vancouver's downtown east side. For decades, this neighborhood has been known for deep poverty, homelessness, addiction, trauma, and survival. It is a place where people can disappear into the crowd, where one face among thousands can be seen one day and gone the next. During the years Emma Fillipoff has been missing, several people have come forward saying they believe they may have seen her here on the downtown east side. None of these sightings have been confirmed. But for Emma's family, every possible sighting matters. Every report raises the same haunting question. Was Emma here? Was she alive, walking these streets while the world was still searching for her? Emma vanished from Victoria, British Columbia in November 2012. She was young, vulnerable, and possibly in distress. And since that night, her case has remained one of Canada's most heartbreaking missing persons mysteries. Tonight, we look at the reported downtown east side sightings, the possibility Emma traveled to Vancouver, and why this area became such an important part of the search. One lead that attracted particular attention came in 2014 when business owners in Vancouver's Gastown reported a disturbing encounter. A man tore down one of Emma's missing person posters and allegedly claimed, "She is not missing. She is my girlfriend." Security cameras captured images of the man, but despite years of investigation, he has never been publicly.
That's the weird part of it all, is this one guy coming forward saying Emma was his girlfriend.
Identified. Police continue to regard him as someone they would like to speak with because of the unusual circumstances surrounding the incident. Green shirt guy captured on surveillance footage in Vancouver. This unidentified man remains the focal point of public appeals. Emma's mother, working alongside forensic artist Hugh Morrison, released composite forensic imagery to determine his identity.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. We begin tonight with a mother's heartbreak and a mother's hope. Shelley Fillipoff is in Victoria searching the streets for her missing daughter. 26-year-old Emma disappeared 15 days ago, just hours before her worried mother arrived on a flight from Ontario, preparing to bring her home. Since then, with no trace of Emma, Shelley has grown more and more desperate. CTV's Louise Hartland has her story.
It is by far the worst possible thing imaginable. This is every family's nightmare.
Shelley Fillipoff is following up on every lead, desperately searching for her daughter Emma, missing since November 28th.
15 days is just, it's much longer than I had ever thought when I arrived in Victoria.
Emma moved to Victoria from Ottawa in September 2011. Before she disappeared, Emma was staying here at Sandy Merriman House, a women's shelter in downtown Victoria.
Yeah. I didn't know she was there, and I don't know what she was doing there. They don't really know what she's doing there because she does not talk about herself.
But everyone did know Emma was in trouble.
The staff at the shelter said, we think she's had an emotional breakdown. Certainly the phone calls to me indicated someone who wasn't well at all.
In the days before she went missing, Shelley got a number of calls from her distraught daughter, asking her to come out and help her move back to Ontario. But within hours, Emma would call back, telling Shelley not to come. But mother's intuition told her she needed to. Without telling her daughter, Shelley boarded a plane. When she got to Victoria, the shelter said Emma was gone. She'd left just hours earlier.
2 police officers were the last to see her the night she went missing. They talked to her for about 45 minutes outside the Empress Hotel.
Her van was found at the Chateau Victoria with all her belongings inside, including her passport and laptop.
I can't imagine her not being with some of that stuff. That just wouldn't happen.
Her mom says Emma hasn't accessed her bank account, and friends are hopeful she just decided to get away for a while.
She did love the woods, the coast, the water. She wanted to travel, so it's possible that she's out of town.
But we don't know what she's traveling with. We don't know what she's traveling on, like financially.
And she doesn't have a history of hitchhiking.
No, not at all.
But until they hear from her, the posters will keep going up.
This is heartbreaking. Sorry. Not just for me, but for anybody who's going through this. There's so many people that love Emma.
None more than her mother. If you see Emma, you're asked to contact Victoria Police. As we come to the end of this introduction, Emma's story is one that has stayed with so many people for years. A young woman vanished without a trace, leaving behind questions that still have no clear answers. In my next segment, I'll be approaching this case through an intuitive reading. My goal is not to replace evidence or the work of investigators, but to explore impressions that may offer a different perspective and perhaps raise new questions worth considering. As always, these readings are for discussion and entertainment purposes only. They are not presented as fact, and everyone connected to this case is presumed innocent, unless proven guilty. Please continue to treat Emma's family and loved ones with kindness and respect. If you followed Emma Fillipoff's case or have thoughts you'd like to share, leave them in the comments below. Please keep the discussion respectful and focused on helping keep Emma's story alive. Thank you for watching. Let's begin the reading and ask the question that so many people have been asking for over a decade. Where is Emma Fillipoff?
Okay, so I've pulled up Google Earth. This is where I'm getting as a reading, Cowichan Lake, which is just outside of Victoria. So she went missing from Victoria, which is down here. And I'm getting Cowichan. Could be Cowichan Bay. But I'm getting Cowichan. It could be Cowichan Lake up here. This is more vacant up here. I don't see her in the water. I see forest. Okay, it's heavily forested. So yeah, Cowichan. I was getting it last night too. Cowichan. But it's a big place. So for now, this is what I'm getting. Again, it would have to be easy access, easy logistics for criminals. Like it's always got to be easy logistics for criminals. They're not going to be dragging somebody's remains around, a long hike up a trail. It's just not going to happen. It's got to be logistics where it's easy for them to get to their hiding spot. So I am going to continue working on this. I've not sat down and done a serious reading yet. I'm just telling you what I'm getting right on the spot. Okay. Some reason this is screaming at me. Interesting. Okay. Oh my God. There's a lot of places where she could be hidden here. She's been missing for so long. It's not a cold case. It's just, it's been way too long. So I'm going to try my best to see what I can do. Maybe we'll see. Campgrounds. Okay, so that's the Emma case. We are definitely going to be doing the Emma case more. For some reason, this is her case is just calling out to me. So yeah, I feel just absolutely terrible for her family. I can't even imagine. I just can't even fathom what they're going through. It's got to be so difficult. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up at that. I have got work to do. My supplies just arrived before I went live, so I've got to make products. I've got orders to go out. So yay. Thank you all so much for your orders and your support. I love you all so much. And yeah, I'll probably jump on later this evening or something, depending on how my workload goes. So thank you for being here. Please hit the thumbs up button. I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and I might see you later. Thank you. Bye.